Hi, this is Gary Dranow from Park City, Utah, and the Gary Dranow Show, proudly broadcasting to you from Radio Evolve Rocks in Santa Barbara, California. Listen more and evolve. Hello, this is Gary Dranow with another one of my interesting guests. Sofia Wright is with us today, and we'll be jumping into her whole life. And she's hiding from us right now. Oh, there she is. Hair down.
Hair down.
So, Sofia, welcome. So glad you could be with me, and we'll spend this next hour together. Anything you'd like to say? I've got 650,000 subscribers, something like that, and they're all going to be very interested in what you have to say. Would you like to introduce yourself?
We'll keep it interesting. Yeah. Sophia Wright, that's more of a formality. Sofia Scott is more the stage presence name. Wright is just what I have to put on my legal forms.
God dang it.
It's all good.
So Sofia Scott is who we have, not Sofia Wright. The cat has jumped out of the bag. So let's jump in. So Sofia, let's start at the beginning. Where did you grow up, and what was your household like?
Oh yeah. Well, I grew up in Utah. My formative years I spent in Layton, Utah.
So Mormontown.
Pretty Mormon, yeah, but I found my footing. I made a lot of friends that were not Mormon, or were more or less like not active Mormon. We got into a lot of trouble together.
That's good. What years we talking about?
We moved there, I think, 89. I was about 8 or 9 years old, fifth grade.
So you were born in 1980?
Yeah.
Okay, you are a child. I was born in 1954, if you could believe that.
All right.
Yeah. When you think back to your childhood, were there any moments that hinted you might one day become a performer?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's always just been one of those things. Like, I never really wanted to, like, become a performer, but I knew I was always drawn to music and I mean, I guess it kind of comes with the territory, right? Just singing into your brush in front of the mirror when you're 10 years old,
I think
singing
Bon
Jovi songs and that.
Yeah, hey, I grew up with Cream and Jimi Hendrix, and I went straight out and got a guitar. So
oh yeah,
I found out the hard way I didn't have any talent.
I mean, it's kind of a practice. So you practice. You might have the talent, but I mean, unless you're like exercising, it's not going to be really.
For me, it's 10, 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. So
okay, there you go.
I never stopped, and once I picked it up, it was full steam ahead. Before you were the rock princess, what was your relationship with music like?
Oh, well, I mean, I knew I loved it. I had my own tastes of music. I also listened to a lot of what my parents listened to. They both had like their own favorite bands and genres.
Which was, let's jump into it. What was it?
Yeah, well, so I have an estranged father. He used to listen to like The Doors, and my mother loves Journey. So obviously, I love Journey. I like The Doors. Okay, they're a good band. I have a lot of friends that were really into them when I was growing up. And then my mom got remarried, and he got me into like the Cars ZZ Top.
Very funny. Today I
Uh,
just wrote a song that is half the Cars, half ZZ Top.
there you
So,
go. Got
so
that like country kind of country westerns twang
no,
to it
no,
with a little synthesizer.
maybe it's more AC/DC, more the Cars,
Yeah,
but it's definitely got a Cars type bridge and chorus to it. Um,
yeah, good.
uh,
I love the Cars. They're like one of my favorites from that era.
oh, absolutely. Orangeade Skies, just every song off that particular album killed me. I
Yeah,
loved it. Uh,
nice.
uh, were you a fan, a listener, or did you dabble in instruments early on?
You know, I had this like inkling to write songs, even though I didn't know how to play anything. My mom had this like acoustic um, guitar. It was like a classical guitar. She had this classical acoustic guitar.
Nylon string.
Yeah, and it was just in the basement, and no one ever played it, so I'd always just kind of twang on it, and you know, mess around with the tuning pegs, and then like, and I would like, and then I was also kind of one of these people that would like bap on random instruments, or not instruments,
Mm-hmm.
but random objects in the household to drive everyone crazy.
Trash cans,
Yeah, the countertops, the
those white
tables.
tubs.
Yeah, yeah, and I would always just have like a song in my head, you know. Um, and then when I started kind of discovering my own music, I really got into Faith No More, Metallica, Megadeth, Pantera, White
Heavy
Zombie.
metal,
Mhm. Oh,
and death metal.
oh, I wouldn't say death metal, but I mean, we could go down that route with like Morbid Angel was kind of around. A lot of my friends would listen to that. Cannibal Corpse.
Was Judas Priest too old or too tame for you?
No, never. I'm actually going to see them coming up here
Where?
pretty
When?
soon. They're playing at the USANA Amphitheater.
You're kidding. I didn't know about
Oh,
this.
yeah. Oh, really? Well, here we are. Revelations are had, my friend. They are playing. Look on my calendar. The 12th of October with Alice Cooper.
With Alice Cooper, I didn't even know he was still alive. I used to go to breakfast all the time at the same restaurant in West LA, and
Hmm.
Alice was always there and always had the the makeup on. I mean,
Yeah.
he stayed very true to himself, and I got to imagine he's still doing the same stuff. Uh,
Yeah, I'm excited to see them both, and I haven't seen either one of them before, so.
oh
And I
yeah.
wasn't really a big fan of either one, but I mean, you know, they're both legendary rock acts. So you got to get them in now while they're still around, you know, i.e.
Time
Ozzy
is getting
Osbourne
short,
passing
isn't
away.
it?
Yeah,
I mean, they're in their mid to late 70s, I would imagine.
yeah, they're getting out there.
Um, yeah, but they could still rock. Um,
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Here for it.
how would you describe your personality when you were young or back then compared to now?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think there's a difference. I'm still just like a weird, imaginative, eccentric little person. I'm just a lot taller. I weigh a lot more, and I've lost a lot of my
I,
hair.
I was just going to say, you don't look real small. Um,
I'm
um,
6 foot without heels.
I am 6 foot without heels, so we're the same size.
Here we are.
I just got from 210 down to 168. So
Hey, congratulations. That's amazing.
thank you, thank you. Hard work. Um, what artists or genres first caught you growing up? I mean, uh, Journey, The
Yep.
Doors,
Oh,
The Cars, but
yeah,
that must have been a
cars.
little bit later.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I mean, I got into stuff that rocked a lot harder in terms of like tone, guitar tone. So like Metallica and Megadeth were like really, really big for me when I was in like middle school, high school. But and then also the grunge movement too came through. It was like really big. I loved Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in
Kurt
Chains,
Cobain.
Nirvana. Yeah, Soundgarden was a big one. Like Mudhoney, Mother Love Bone.
Soundgarden, Chris Cornell. Is
Mhm.
he the best singer you ever heard in your life, or no?
Oh yeah, I mean he's got uh, really good range in. I mean, it's still essentially stuck to rock music, but if you listen to like some of his solo works, he has three solo albums, and they all
Mm-hmm.
sound uniquely different from one another, which was really good. And then I really like Audio Slave too. I know it's kind of hit and miss for a lot of people, but yeah, they have three
I
records, and I
personally
like all
love
three of them.
Audio Slave, so you've got excellent taste in music. I can tell you that already. Um, uh, my God, time is flying by.
Here we go.
We we do have about 3 more minutes before we're going to take our first break. So we're going to move into the next section for just a little bit. You described 2011 as your turning point. Can you share what was
Oh
happening
yeah.
in that in your life around that time?
Yeah, I was dating this woman who encouraged me to come out as trans, but back then I didn't really know what being transgender was. But I moved from Layton out to downtown, got rid of my car, and just started exploring gender expressions and fluidity. And then I eventually just started getting back into songwriting because I hadn't picked up an instrument in so long. And then I started getting back into songwriting, talking about my experiences of exploring gender fluidity and identity. And yeah, that was just kind of just no turning back from there. I went from just a bar rat to uh, people are like, "You play guitar?" It was like this secret that I was holding out on people with. They're like, "You play guitar?" I had no idea.
If you look at yourself as a guitarist, how do you compare yourself to anybody?
Oh, I mean, yeah, like Metallica was a big one, so like a big riffs, like that's how I learned how to play
Tommy
guitar.
Yanni, what is his name? Tommy
Yeah,
Yanni,
Tony Iommi, the Black Sabbath
Tommy
guitar
Iommi.
player.
Thank you. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, he's a pretty inspirational. I also learned, weirdly enough, a lot of Deftones songs when I first started learning how to play guitar. And they have their first record, Adrenaline, and I by ear learned how to like play the majority of the songs on that record.
Well, that's fantastic that you could learn from by ear. That's a gift.
It was yeah, it's just like a practice. Like I'm like, oh, I bet I could figure this out. And it kind of helped me get used to like learning my way around the fretboard and everything. And then of course learning Metallica riffs out of a riff book my dad bought for me. And
Uh-huh.
so I became a
Do
very riff centric person.
do you consider yourself a shredder?
Some people consider me a shredder. I personally don't, but I do love me a good guitar solo for sure. So I kind of took it upon myself to learn that aspect of the guitar a little bit more when I started picking it back up. And then it just sort of became a staple. Like when I did Rock Princess, I mostly just sang and like all the music came out of the keyboard. And then every now and then I would pick up my guitar and play a guitar solo. So that sort of just kind of became a staple with the Rock Princess stage persona. So I just taught myself how to like do that a lot better. And so people see that they're like, oh my God, she's a shredder. But I know so many other shredders out there. They're 10 times better than me, more practiced. But credit to them. But yeah, if people see me that way, I'm not going to argue with it.
Got it. Oh, so you're a multi-instrumentalist.
Yeah, when I started writing songs, bought, I went out and bought this like Yamaha keyboard that held 16 digital MIDI tracks. So I could like play drums, and I play a little keyboard over it, and then I bought a 4-track analog recorder so I could like record it all into there, and then I
Was
would
that a
change
reel-to-reel
vocals
or a tape?
and just like a cassette tape. I still
Yeah,
have
so
it.
a TIAC, right?
Yeah, it was a Tascam something or
Tascam.
other.
That's what I
Mhm.
started writing on myself back in the
Yeah,
day. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And I would
1997.
take, well,
When I
I
started
was
doing it.
much earlier than that, but
Sure.
I would take 3 tracks, boil them down to one, and then start recording overdubbing and overdubbing. Um,
Uh-huh.
really, they were all a mess back then, but uh, you gotta
Yeah.
start. You gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna take our first break. We'll be back with Sofia Scott.
Your perfect world is a forced perspective. I'm really dying for the attention. Use the word as if you said it yourself. But no one's asking for your opinion. Pay the tithe and pay taxation. What's the price for my salvation? Pay the tithe and pay taxation. What's the price for this alien nation? Entertain the social construct. You move the pieces to fit your agendas. No consequence for selfish actions. The blood of millions rests upon your head. Pay the tithe and pay taxation. What's the price for my salvation? Pay the tithe and pay taxation. What's the price for this alien nation? Heed the word, your God is calling.
And we're back with Sofia Scott. Sophia, tell us a little thing about your ink.
Yeah, I had this done by my friend Patrick Delvar. He's he has a little
Quite the
tattoo
artist.
shop. Yeah, he's like a nationally renowned tattoo artist. He has a shop in Salt Lake City called Hydra Tattoo. What I would like particularly what he does is he does these kind of markings. I don't even know if you can see it, but
Yeah.
I had him put this like gender symbol right here
Mm-hmm.
over this bouquet. We just kind of designed this bouquet together.
So
Um,
you have an artistic side to you other than music?
yeah, I used to draw a lot. I particularly like lettering. Like I studied typography, but I also studied like cartooning and photography. And then I used to like to draw faces. But a lot of the Shecock logos and stuff that have all been designed by me. So I designed that.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I sort of designed this one, but I had help. If you can see that.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been like a couple of other ones that have come out. recently, like parody logos. I did a Coors Banquet logo and a Marlboro logo and and a
Are you getting paid for any
Coca-Cola
of this
logo.
stuff? Are you getting paid for this
I'm
stuff?
just doing it myself. No, it's just for Sheetalk. It's just for Sheetalk stuff. I'm paying myself.
Got it. Um, what was the process like for you coming forth to the world as a trans femme individual, if I'm using the term correctly?
Oh, what's that? Say it again.
What was the process like for you in coming forth to the world as a trans femme individual?
It was like when I first moved to the city, it was like a just a whole new drawing board. I had nothing to lose, so I just started just buying clothes that I wanted to wear, and expressing myself in that sense. And it was hard. I faced a lot of, exclusionary acts and a lot of, um, I don't know, for lack of a better word, like bigotry. I found I found it very interesting that I could walk into a room and someone would just be upset just by my presence there. So
You
they would
got to
like
be kidding me.
come out of they go out of their way to come up to me and be like you're not supposed to dress that way, or or something like that. Just
What the?
people just decide that they're upset about it,
Well,
and I
why?
often was drawn to pink too, and I'd like wear pink clothing, and they're like, oh, pink is gay, and then I'd go, pink is punk, and yeah, it just kind of evolved from there. But when you have nothing to lose, you don't really give a shit. I swear. And
You could say everything but the F bomb.
okay, yeah. So I didn't really give two shits about what any bar patron had to say about whatever it was that they were mad at me for, because I had nothing to lose. I didn't really care. And then I had enough friends and support in those spaces where, like, if they tried to get like physical with me in any sense, I would have had people there like jumping, to my defense. Not that I can't take care of myself,
I
but
was just gonna say, did you ever put anybody down?
I haven't had to. Haven't had to. Thank God for that. It's been 15 years now, I'd say. I haven't had to yet.
Well, you're luckier than me. I
Oh
was
yeah.
I was a ski racer, and I had my academy at Park City Mountain, and Park City Mountain allows skiers and snowboarders on the same hill. They should never be allowed together. And I got in just too many fights with snowboarders, so I gave it up
Oh
in
yeah.
2010.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
Uh,
it was always me beating up on them, not them beating up on me. But
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
that would be
We
after
snowboarders
they
can be.
wipe me out. Boo! You're a snowboarder?
I used to be when I was younger. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to hold that against you.
No,
Uh,
that's fine. I haven't done it in like a long time. If that means anything.
yeah, it
I've
means a
done my
lot to me.
I've done my share of skiing, just not on the slopes. So I have a little water skiing under my belt. So I
Do
mean,
any
we're on
do
kind of on
any
the same
do any
team.
slalom?
I did some slaloming. Yeah, my dad was into that. It was hard,
Did you?
but we
How
ended up.
short of a line did you go to?
Oh, the tow line. It
Yeah, 10
was,
off,
I want
15
to
off.
say 15 or yeah.
So you're
Like the
carving
longer
them.
it is, the harder it is to get up. So we had to like kind of keep it short.
Yeah, but the shorter it is, the more you got to carve your turns if you're going around
Yeah,
buoys.
yeah, I
But
know. I wiped out quite a bit on the slalom. I'm like, give me two skis. I can do it. I can do it that way.
okay. Um,
But yeah, and I did some wakeboarding too. But I would say I did the most. terms of water.
Was that like up here at Jordanelle or?
Yeah, my parents used to have a boat, and we would mostly go to Willard Bay, but also we would go to Pine View a lot, and then every now and then we would take a vacation to Flaming Gorge,
Oh,
which
that's
has the
beautiful.
best because it's like a bunch of small lakes and there's no like rifting or anything. It's all just glass, so it's just made it a lot easier and a lot smoother to do whatever you wanted. Don't have to worry about other boats and choppy lakes and stuff like that.
Yeah, glass is the only way to go when you're
Yeah,
out on the water. It's like a good powder day with skiing. Um,
yeah, yeah.
I don't know if this is going to make sense or not, but it's just a question I came up with. How does living a double life, or if not a double life,
Uh,
uh, as drag and how did drag and karaoke shape your sense of identity and stage presence?
yeah, right. Yeah, before I had a lot of stage fright to overcome. And so I utilized both of those avenues to get over it. Drag was a lot more nerve-wracking because the culture around it was not very welcoming, especially back then when I was seen more like a straight male cross-dresser type of person, and so a lot of them, uh, people that were already established in the drag scene at the time, were not very welcoming. But I still managed to get on stage, and not like I was any good or anything, but it kind of fueled the fire a little bit to, I'm up on stage lip syncing a song, and I'm like, I've done enough karaoke to know that I can actually sing this song that I'm pretending to sing. And, having that realization on stage in the middle of a song made me just want to get off the stage and
Mm.
retool my act. So I just phoned the rest of the act in, and then I never did drag again. I was always just like singing a song of a sort. Um, so
Uh,
I, I so I downloaded some karaoke songs at first to start doing drag too, and then that's kind of when I started writing my own songs as well. And I would set those up to be like karaoke style songs, and
would
then I
you
would do
would
drag for
got it, got it.
those.
Um,
Hmm.
can you remember a specific karaoke night that made you think what we just talked about? I need to do
uh,
more of this,
yeah,
or really do this.
yeah. I mean, it came to a point where I was scouting out all the spots that did karaoke all week long. So I had them all mapped out, for the course of the week, and I would go up to 4 or 5 times a week to a different spot and do karaoke. And when I kind of found my footing doing songs that I liked to perform that also kind of fit my voice the best, when you get the luxury of a bunch of drunkards cheering for you in a full bar, that's kind of like where I was thinking like I'm onto something here. I think I could continue to do this. So
What
it's like
when
Friday
was this
night at
about?
Cheers.
Friday Night at Cheers. So when was this about when you really got started?
2012 was my first drag performance ever, and then by that same time, the next year, I was singing my own songs on stage. So it was like with the course of a year.
And that was Shecock wasn't around yet though, right?
Yeah, Shecock kind of came a little bit later when I was doing karaoke style songs, in the form of drag. I ended up catching the eye of one of my friends who's a show promoter, who would have me do multiple song sets to open for metal bands that he would book. And I don't
That's
know why metal
wild.
bands. I don't know why metal bands, but so I was always opening the sets for these metal bands, and I'm just like, this just this doily, like big burly trans woman up on stage, just like doing karaoke essentially, playing guitar every now and then like these metal bands would come out.
Gotta ask you, how many guitars do you have?
I have six of them right here, and I have two in my studio.
Oh, you've got a studio.
Yeah, we have a rehearsal studio just on the other side of town.
Ah, okay. But not a recording studio, rehearsal studio.
No, it's a rehearsal studio. I can set up to record. I have some recording mics and all that, and it's just that like people go there to rehearse, so it's not ideal unless you're gonna be there like early on a Sunday morning, 3 in the morning or something like that. Those are the best times to record. Otherwise, like you can hear, you know, other people rehearsing and stuff in the building. Ooh, but yeah, recording not my favorite thing to do. I like to have other people do that for me.
Okay. Um, Back to drag for a second. What did drag
Uh-huh.
teach you about storytelling, costuming, and connecting with an audience? And let's skip the
Oh
drunk, other than the drunkards.
yeah. 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 It was a big learning curve. I thought I could just do it because I was like I'm trans and I got a performance bug. I can just do that. But like it's way more than that. It's like audience interaction, eye contact, big movements, but I was like afraid to move my arms and legs. I'm like very stiff a lot of the times, even like to this day. But
Hey,
um
I'm just, my problem is I'm 71 and I can't jump around anymore.
yeah, yeah. And now I'm like tethered to a microphone with a guitar in my hand, so I can't really move around a lot.
So
But
back to the guitars. So what's your favorite guitar? Make,
oh,
model.
well, my go-to guitar for Shecock is this Jackson Soloist. It's a
I had a feeling you were going to
neon
say
pink.
Jackson.
Yeah, it's the only
Yeah,
Jackson I have, but it looks good on stage.
it's pink.
It's pink.
That's a
It's
beautiful
metal.
guitar.
Yeah. So that's my go-to. It's got a really great tone. It's got really good handling. I just put some new pickups in it too,
Oh
right
yeah.
here, because
What are
the
they?
stock ones broke. They're just like Seymour Duncan hot rail.
Uh-huh. Okay.
They had some stock Seymour Duncan hot rails in them, but they were garbage. And one of them broke, so I just had them replaced. And then I just bought this one. This is brand new to the lineup. It's an Epiphone
Oh, look at that guy.
Explorer.
Yeah, that's after a Gibson Explorer, right?
Yeah. Well, it's Epiphone,
Well,
way more
Epiphone's made by
affordable,
Gibson.
but
Yeah.
it's made by Gibson. Yeah. But I mean, it's not cheap by any means. It's got some really good hardware, some really good pickups here. I had to get some wiring fixed on it, but it wasn't very much. But it plays beautifully. It's got a lot of great tone to it. So we'll probably play that for the next few Shecock shows.
How often do you play a week?
I mean, I try to do, the whole 20 minutes a day thing. Doesn't always work out, but I mean, I'll just sit here for like an hour just
No, I
noodling or
mean
playing songs.
at clubs, at clubs.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Shecock was gigging like upwards of like almost once a week at some points. It's kind of an average of once a month. We try not to burn out our audience too much. We actually picked up a last minute gig this Saturday at Aces, opening for some friends of ours called Tyrannus. They're out of LA. They're like a thrash metal band. But I met one of them a while back, and we became friends. So one band unfortunately had to drop out, so they asked us to pick up. We were available, so we did it.
And I think you came to me through Jeff Lawrence, right?
Yeah, Jeff, one of our longtime advocates and fans. I don't know how we found each other, quite frankly. And he's going to be mad at me. He's like, we met at this thing at this time. And I don't remember. But yeah, he's always been a fan of my guitar playing, and I'm a fan of his guitar playing. Um, he's really good.
Well, you'll have to check me out. I've got a YouTube channel. Feel free to peruse it at your
Oh,
leisure.
yeah. Are you a
Um,
shredder?
no, not at all. I'm a blues rocker.
Oh, okay. Yeah, blues is awesome. Sometimes
So
that gets a little shreddy. It can get a little.
a lot of bending. Um, I play 16th notes every now and then.
Yeah,
Lots of triplets, but uh, not. I wouldn't consider myself a shredder. Um,
yeah.
uh, Here's a question for you:
Hmm.
Did Boy George have any impact on you at all?
I never really. I mean, like later when I came out as trans, like I weirdly enough, I didn't get into like that kind of era of glam until way later. So Prince and David Bowie and Boy George, weirdly not on my radar until I was an adult.
Interesting. All right, we're gonna
Yeah.
take a 2 minute break. Sorry for interrupting. We'll be right back in 2 minutes with Sheila Scott. I mean Sophia Scott. God, I'm
Funk
drunk.
is all the rage. We are the ones who rattling the cage. Dare to be different, not as easy as you think. We always notice roses bloom to pink. Stand up and stand out. You're set in all your ways. Just thinking pink is too pretty, but no one came to your pity party. I was a crying shame. Pink is a cliche for what you think to be too girly, but no one came to your birthday party. Pink is a powerful thing. Pink is punk as. Just remember that pink is just as punk as you want. Pink is punk as. Just remember that pink is just as punk as you want. Nobody saw it coming. Red with power, white with the purity. Mixed up to stand out. So says society that you must fall into one of these two categories. Shut up and sit down. I will shut up and sit down. Punk is relativity. You're set in all your ways. Just thinking pink is too pretty, but no one came to your pity party. I was a crying shame. Pink is a cliche for what you think to be too girly.
And we're back with Sophia Scott and her morning coffee. With we won't tell you what's in it. Where do we go next? Let's see.
Oh, yeah. I
Uh,
don't know. Let's look at the questionnaires.
so when did you first pick up? You first picked up a guitar from your mom's acoustic uh,
Hmm.
nylon string, but when did you
Yeah.
make the jump to a real guitar?
Yeah, right. I mean, even then, with that thing, all I was doing was making noise. I didn't know how to use it. Wasn't even until middle school when I was like fantasizing about writing songs. All my friends around me were learning how to play guitar and were starting bands, and I was like, cool, I want to be part of that. So, they accepted me with grace, but then quickly learned that I had nothing really to contribute in terms of
Mm.
musicality. So they kicked me out of the band that I started. And then so like from there,
They wait, hold on. They kicked you out of the band that you started?
I started the band and
That's
then they kicked me out.
some nerve.
Yeah, for sure. I'm still friends with a couple of them, and one of them particularly, we went to a concert a couple of years ago. And, this is middle school, so we're like 45 at this point now together. And he looks at me and he's like, "I'm really sorry that we kicked you out of that band in middle school." Uh, very, very dignified. Yeah, I mean, with respect, they found a guy that could actually sing. I'm not. I don't consider myself a singer per se. I would say more like a
Well,
vocalist.
you're the
But
lead person. You're
I
the lead
I have
person
to
in
sing.
Shecock, right?
Yeah, but I have to sing out of just out of sheer I don't know. It's just
And
like
out
the
of
same
sheer
reason Jimi
nobody
Hendrix.
else sings.
Yeah, it's just like how Jimi Hendrix. He's just like, well, nobody's gonna sing my songs. I have to sing my songs. And he's not the best vocalist by any stretch, at least by his standard, but that's how I feel.
By
And
his
that's always like
standard,
stuck
no,
in my head.
but I love him.
Yeah, he's great.
I can't sing like him. I got a voice like Neil Young, unfortunately. So
I think Neil
I
Young's a great singer.
yeah,
Um,
well, but I'm playing Albert King and BB King and Freddie King and Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimi Hendrix. I mean, this is what I we live stream every Monday night from 6 to 8 p.m.
yeah,
And
okay.
yeah, and that's what we do. I don't play the bars anymore. I just don't see the point. And so I play probably 10 Hendrix songs a night. Um,
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah.
I'm singing them like Neil Young.
Oh, okay.
Do you remember the
Yeah, there's
first
no shame in
song
that.
you? No, no shame in anything. Um,
Mhm.
do you remember the first song you learned to play from start to finish?
Yeah, I mean, most rememberably, I learned how to play Enter Sandman from
Oh
beginning to
yeah.
end. And it's just like another Metallica song. I had the riff book. It wasn't the actual guitar book. It was just like a compilation of riffs from their first five records. So I had to like kind of put it together by learning all the riffs. So that just allowed me to get maybe just a little bit more like critically thinking in terms of like things aren't going to be spelled out for me. I have to put this together myself. So I learned how to play Enter Sandman on that same acoustic guitar, even.
Mm-hmm.
I just sit on the porch and just noodle and play it. And then I learned how to play like Nothing Else Matters and there's another one, For Whom the Bell Tolls was like a little easier, like the Seek and Destroy, those,
Mm-hmm.
those songs. And then I learned some Stone Temple Pilots stuff too, because me and my friends would always buy like Guitar Magazine and Guitar World and all that stuff. They always had like transcriptions in them
Yep.
for learning like the new hit song or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, after my friends kicked me out of that band, that's when I took it upon myself to just learn how to play guitar, so I could just get a leg up on them. And then by that time, we were all in high school, so we all had like our own high school bands and everything. And um, but yeah, I think that some of them went on to do some pretty cool stuff. Not that I keep in touch with them anymore, but I know that one of them, I think, became a session player, which
That's
is pretty
heavy.
cool. Hmm.
Yeah, that's heavy. Um, Okay. How did the idea of Shecock come together?
Well, yeah. God damn it. When I was trying to do a little bit of traveling, at least once a year if I can, I decided to go to LA and hang out with this other musician girl, in hopes of, getting networked and all that stuff. Didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but on my way back, they have those scanners at the airport. And you like hold your arms up like this,
Take
the
off
little
your
thing
shoes.
wishes around you and all that.
Oh, okay.
Um, empty your pockets and you hold your body like this. And so I step out and they pull me aside. They're like, we're gonna have to like scan you. Do you have anything in your shorts? And I'm like, no, there's nothing here. And they're like, oh, okay, well, we're just gonna have to like probably take you in the back and search you or something. I'm like, what the fuck for? Where am I gonna put anything? Because I make sure I don't have like anything on, even that I don't even have like pockets or anything when I travel. And they're like, well, the scanner's showing something that you have something like in your crotch region. I turn around and there's like the picture of the silhouette person, and then there's like this red triangle over crotch area.
Nice.
And
Nice.
so
Did
I'm
they
like,
actually end up searching you?
so I just turn around and they were really nice. And I turn around like, oh, that's just shecock. It's like if you just scan me as a male, then we'll probably just get this over with. And they're like,
Uh-huh.
oh, okay, okay. And
Oh,
then so
I
they
got it.
just pass through. So just joking with TSA, but I told the story on Facebook and I said that's just shecock, and then everybody just the comment section was just this a mile long, like that's your band name. And right around that same time, I was doing Rock Princess stuff and we didn't really know what to call it. We just kind of called it like Rock Princess Trio. Um, this is when my friend Matt Garrett decided to come and join forces with me and play my music, and we didn't know what to call it, but yeah, that's when we found it. It's just
It
called
was
Chico.
thrust. It was thrust upon you.
Yeah, no pun intended.
No pun intended. Um, I had a question in my mind, and guess what it did?
Oh, it's
It,
not written down.
no, no, I,
It'll come
uh,
back.
it usually doesn't. Lately, I've been thinking a lot about the hereafter.
Mm.
I walk into the kitchen, I wonder what I'm hereafter.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get it. Never mind. Uh,
Guess
what
not.
was what was your first rehearsal like, and did you immediately feel chemistry? And also, how many people are in your group? It's just a three trio, right?
Yeah, it's these three lug nuts on your screen here. Well, that one's me, the one with the tattoo on my arm there.
Mm-hmm.
This other guy, Squid, we call him, with the little mohawk and the glasses. He's my bass player. And then this other person down here, you can't really see her, because your microphone's in the way. That's Sid, and Sid plays drums. But we've gone through a lot of members in the group. So at first, yeah, we had Matt and Garrett, and back then it was more of like a costume aesthetic. We were still incorporating the whole drag aspect carried over from Rock Princess into the three-piece band. And Garrett was the one that came to me first. He already kind of had his persona that he called Low End Lucy. He's the bass player. And then when he and I just sort of tried to play what we call Laptop Princess. So I had my laptop on stage, had all the backing tracks on that. And we played without a drummer, but there happened to be a drummer in the audience that approached us, and that was Matt. And then so the three of us got together, and yeah, it was pretty instant chemistry. Garrett and I got along really well. We still get along really I'll text him every now and then just to see how he's doing. He's kind of a shut in. He lives out in Ogden. He's not on social media or anything, so he doesn't really keep up with anything. So I'll just talk to him one on one. And Matt and we've had our differences, but we've had like four other bands together. So we did a band simultaneously with Shecock, and then like we did a band during the pandemic. Um, and then we're so musically intertwined that we could not
Would you say your genre is metal, isn't it?
peppered in there for sure. Hard rock would probably be the best description, but I like to borrow elements from all the different genres. But metal is always one that's a lot more fun.
Okay, don't let me forget this. Before we
Okay, let's
sign
go.
off, tell
Yeah,
me where me and my hordes of subscribers could come see you play next.
we're playing at Aces High this Saturday.
That's
Uh,
Isn't that Ogden?
Aces High. No, it's in Salt Lake. It's like
Oh, it's downtown?
it's downtown. It's right across the street on State Street from the South City campus.
Ah, okay.
Like 1588, the address. It's like a biker metal bar or something, but we've taken it over. It's definitely got a lot of queerness incorporated into it now. But yeah, so after that,
As long as everybody's buying drinks, I'm sure the owners love it, right?
yeah, they love us for sure. I mean, we played there quite a bit. We even had a residency there a couple of years ago where I put together 5 queer centric lineups throughout the year. And we definitely queered the place out. No pun intended.
No pun intended.
Yeah,
Right. Uh,
that's
so the Salt Lake City rock and metal scene isn't always the easiest to break into. How did you make your mark so quickly?
Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird with scenes. Yeah, we're still actually trying to puncture our way into the scene. Um, but for the longest time, I just kind of created my own scene because we couldn't get, outside of me being booked as solo rock princess, my friend that would book metal bands. Once I started the band, he was very reluctant to book me for his shows. And
That's
so
that's rude.
it's kind of strange, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I know he's going to see this interview and he's like, bitch. But no, I hounded him when we first started. I hounded him to put us on a bill with this band called Jenna Torturers, and they're sort of like a fetish goth rock band along the vein, like in the vein of like Lords of Acid. And and he was very, very reluctant to book us, but we made it work, and we turned out a good crowd, actually. So, but outside of that, like I've just had to create my own scene. So I started to just get in the um, with the venue owners. So I started at Urban Lounge, and ended up just booking a pride show that was very successful. And then so I made friends with like the owners of Urban Lounge and started booking at like Metro. They have Metro and Urban Lounge and Kilby Court on their books. And then I started making friends with a guy that books out of Ogden. He books at like Piper Down and Funk and Dive and Ice House. So I just started going straight to these people that would just book me, and then they would trust me to put together the lineup.
Ah,
So I was
that's
able to
cool.
put my own lineups together and build my own goddamn scene. And we never really made it exclusive, but there were so many more like up and coming like queer acts and queer oriented bands coming around the same time that I just ended up just veering toward more like booking them. And then it just sort of like pigeonholed us into like being like the queer band.
Well, talking about queer, how does being a queer artist influence your songwriting, or does it?
Yeah, it does
Well,
kind
yeah,
of.
you already told me it did.
Yeah, I think, like writing songs that kind of have to do with being queer. Yeah, for sure. But I mean, a lot of it is intersectional, though. Like I've always been somewhat political with my songwriting. So those kind of like intertwine. So we get just a slight bit political when it comes to like gender identity or just socio-political
So
bullshit.
let's not beat around the bush. You're a big Trump fan, right?
Who?
Okay. We'll let that one go right under the carpet.
Who's that? Never heard of
Walk
him.
me, never heard of him. I hope I never hear of him. Walk me through. I've got a song called Puppet of Lies, and I'm just hoping to God he never hears the song. Anyways, walk me through how you usually write a song. Lyrics first, riffs first, or a mix?
Yeah, kind of both. It's a feel. It's like a feeling. Like I'll have riffs. I've just got riffs just laying around, and then like, well, a lot of the times some of the riffs will like work better together, and they'll create like a feeling of, this one is kind of more, I don't know, it's hard to describe or like put words on it, but it's just more like categorized into a feeling where you want to expand on that feeling. So, I'll generally like write words that go with that feeling of the song, and then it'll kind of take its
I
own
relate
course.
because I do the same exact thing. I get up in
Yeah.
the morning, and the first thing I do is pick up my guitar. Something barfs out of it, and I go,
Hmm.
"Oh, well, this is what this is." And then I
Yeah.
write the lyrics and ship it off to my crew, and
Right.
they do the West, the rest, not the West.
The
Um,
West.
yeah, I've got one of my band members is in Ukraine. He's stuck in Ukraine. Actually, two of them are stuck in
Uh,
Ukraine. And in the Ukraine, they can't say any word with a V. So
yeah.
very
Yeah.
is wary.
Uh-huh. Oh,
So
which
I've always
means
got to
something
say,
totally different here.
so I can never write a song for them that's got very in it
Huh.
because it sounds wrong.
And then so you can just have a pre-chorus. Go
Okay,
very, 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 very. Just
very,
roll on. Just
very.
roll on.
All right, we're gonna take our last 2 minute break. And we're gonna come back to our rifle round. Back with Sofia Scott.
They want to know just what I am, what I'm not.
Dranow. We're back with Sofia Scott. And tell us a little bit about your bandmates.
Yeah, currently we have Fid on drums. She is a human dynamo, force of nature. She also sings for her own band. She plays drums for another band. And then we got Squid on bass, who is just one of my best friends. And I give him a really hard time, but he loves it because he keeps coming around. And then, but before we got Sid was sort of like she was our roommate. She played with her other band that she plays drums in the same rehearsal room that we're in. And then so prior to this, but after Matt and Garrett, because the pandemic kind of shut down the band altogether.
Oh yeah.
So I reformed the band with more trans people. And then I joined another band, and then I ended up sort of just taking over accidentally, just because I was like the one with like direction and all that stuff. So we brought Snow in, who was also like a guitar vocalist from that band. We were gonna do like a duo thing, and we tried that out, and it worked okay, but just like not in the long run. And we had a drummer, Melina. So we had a good 3-year run with that group, and we called it Shecock with a Vengeance. But then, Snow and Melina left us. So Squid and I recruited Sid, and we just call it Shecock now. Just Shecock. And so that's who we're running with. We've had a lot of members in the Shecock alum. They're all gracious players, and so grateful to have had the privilege of playing with them. But I think right now we've got a solid, I almost said F. Right now we got a solid lineup with
one did slip through that we're not going to bleep out because it was so priceless.
Okay. Nice. I must have missed it.
Rapid fire, fun close. Here we go. First album you ever bought?
On CD.
Quick.
The Faith No More, Angel Dust.
Okay, first band shirt you owned?
Megadeth, the Euthanasia era.
First guitar riff of favorite guitar riff of all time?
Oh, there's this Faith No More guitar riff from Gentle Art of Making Enemies.
Dream collaboration? You and Jeff
Trent Reznor, Nine Inch Nails. Oh yeah, and Jeff Lawrence. Probably put that first.
Nine Inch Nails. Got it. Coffee
They're playing
or tea?
tonight.
We already know it's coffee, not tea, or is it both?
Definitely coffee. Tea is for losers. Just
and
kidding.
I was going to ask you cats or dogs, but we already know it's cats.
There's one right there.
One right behind us on the cat condo. And one word to describe your music.
Heavy.
All right. And other than Aces, what's the name of the club? Aces High. Other than that, where can my listeners come? Where can my listeners come hear you regularly?
Well, online you can find us at shecock.band. You just type that in your URL, shecock.band. We'll give you everything you need to know. We're all on the stupid social medias and streaming platforms. Right now, that's the only show that we have outside of we're going to play a Halloween show on Halloween at the Quarters Arcade Bar.
Did you ever get in with Bruce at O'Shucks and White House and all that? Or did you pay up in Park City much?
I've never played in Park City. I don't know how well they would take us, but I mean, if they'll take us, we'll come. We'll come and play.
If they'll take me, they'll take you. So, I'm Mr. Bipolar. So, there's that whole thing about me.
We'll brush off that Cars cover we do, and we'll come and play it.
All right. Well, it was a pleasure having you, Sofia Scott. If you ever want to come back on the show, just let me know. And I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, I had a great time. Yeah, thanks for hosting me.
You are welcome. Sofia Scott, Shecock, over and out.